Hi, I'm cat sitting at my son's house, and yes, my hair's a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. It's cold in here, and I don't want to mess with his. I don't like to mess with anything. I'm just staying the night to hang out with the cats, play with them, loving, get some loving from the kitty cats. Huh. Anyway, stop playing. Stop playing with the kitties for a minute. Blah, blah, blah. Seems like I can't talk anymore. Anyway, story time. It's going to be a short one. So, story time. I've been making a list of different things that I wanted to talk about. And tonight, to the best of my recollection, I'm going to. I don't remember how old I was. I was quite younger, in my teens. I was driving, so I'm going to say I was 16, because 17. But anyway, I have two cousins, well, four cousins, and two that are in Minnesota and two that are here in Michigan. And one of them, I'm not going to mention names, is meaner than a hornet's nest sprayed with water or whatever. She's mean, mean. She was a Detroit cop, which suits her. She was smart. There is no doubt about it that she was like on the genius level. However, she was mean. And she had a little sister, my other cousin, who is, I think, a couple years younger than me. Anyway, super sweet, love her. We were close. And I can remember that she did not like to be home alone with her sister. And her sister was just so mean to her. She would cut her nails until they bled when the parents weren't around. So I remember one time her calling me, and she was saying, "My parents are leaving, could you come over?" Because she didn't want to be alone with her. And I was like, "No problem, be right there." And I drive over there, and I was cocky because I'm telling you, as skinny as this mean cousin I still think she is. I haven't seen her for buku years. However, she was, she knew, and I'm going to do a timeline picture, like a picture timeline of young growing old, because I thought that was kind of interesting. You know, people don't realize how fast time goes, and it's like, holy Toledo, what happened? Anyway, I would go there, and it was like, go ahead, make my day. You know, she could probably kick my butt. I, but she would get hurt in the meantime also. And it was just like I would stick to my cousin, my little cousin, like glue. And it's like, don't you even think about touching her. You know, I felt like I was like a little puffed up. I'm her bodyguard, go ahead, just try something, make my day. But I remember that, and it was just funny, but not funny. And with, and I'm gonna, that was a very short story, and I'm gonna tell one more because it involves this cousin, and this is like, oh my goodness. It was after, I think I was already graduated. I could have been, I would think I was working, could have been 20 or like super early 20s. And we would go to their house, the family, and I think they were taking care of the grandmother, their mom, my aunt and uncle. It was his mom, so they were taking care of her. She was living there, so they would have us over for dinner. I don't know what holiday it was. It could have been Thanksgiving. I don't know. And I was always taught and always told, keep the peace. Don't make waves. Don't create problems. Keep the peace. Keep the peace. Don't say anything. Let it roll, blah, blah, blah. And I pretty much was, keep the peace. And I used to just bite my tongue. Surprised I have one left. But anyway, we were all sitting there, and I can remember we were all talking or something, and I called my one aunt, which would be the mother of the cousin. I called her by her first name instead of saying aunt. I said her name. And the mean cousin just went off on me for not saying it with an aunt in the beginning. I mean, you would have thought that I said the worst thing in the world and how disrespectful and blah, blah, blah. And it was, one, it was the way she did it. Two, it was like, really, I've called most of my family by their first name without, I mean, I even do it with my uncle. His name is Jack. I'll say, hey, Jack, and not call him Uncle Jack. I mean, I do both. It just kind of depends. But when she did that, my uncle kind of, and I was sitting next to him, he was kind of like, I could tell he was getting all, you know, kind of worked up because it was like, oh my gosh, just let it go, let it go. I lost it. I just lost it, and I don't know what I had in my hand. I slammed something down, and I went off on her, and I went off on the whole family, and I don't need this, and I'm out of here, and this is crap, blah blah blah. And I went off, and then I said, I'm going home, and my uncle said something, and I said, I don't care, I'll walk home. And it was, we're talking a few towns away. And so I walked out. I stormed out. I said, I don't need this crap. I don't need people talking to me like that. I'm sick and tired of keeping the peace in the family and keeping my mouth shut. And I mean, I was just torqued. So I did. I walked out, and I'm walking down the street, and I think I made it quite a ways before he actually came after me. I don't know if he thought I wasn't serious and I was going to come back. I think he thought I was just going to go out and cool off. That wasn't the case. I was trucking. And he was really kind of surprised how far I got. And he's like, well, get in the car. I said, I'm not going back there. No, we're going home. I said, okay, because I'm not going back there. If you even turn this car around and go in that driveway, I'll start walking again, because I'm not going back there. And so we did. We went home. And I mean, it was just one of those times. I mean, I don't know if you guys, like ever had any family blow ups, incidences where, who's the peacekeeper, who's the instigator, tell me in the comments if you ever have family members like that, or, maybe you're one of them, who knows, I don't know. But yeah, it was crazy. But that is two stories just two memories, I should say. They're not really stories, they are memories. So I just thought I would throw that in there, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to go back to the kitty cats. Bye.